Children, there are some rules for writing Roman numerals. There are some rules for writing Roman numerals. The symbols I and X. The symbols I and X. The symbols I and X can be repeated up to 3 times. Can be repeated up to 3 times. Only up to 3 times in a number. I and X can be repeated up to 3 times in a number. That is the first rule. I and X can be repeated up to 3 times in a number. Repetition means the value is added. If we write here x, we know the value of x is 10. Here 10. Here also 10. Then the total value is 30. That is 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus equal 30. 10 plus 10 plus 10 equal 30. Here we added the numbers. So repetition means that the value is added. And next also, V is never repeated. V is never repeated. We write V only one time. The symbol V is never repeated. This is the first and second rule. Here, first rule is I and X can be repeated up to 3 times. Up to 3 times in a number. And V is never repeated. Only one time V can be right. Children, listen one thing. Repetition means that the value is added. Repetition means the value is added, and also the symbol V is never repeated. Our second rule, when a number of smaller value is written to the right of a symbol, written to the right of a symbol of greater value, the smaller value is added. Then the smaller value is added. The smaller value is added to the larger value. Children, our next rule, when a symbol of smaller value is written to the right of a symbol of greater value, the smaller value is added to the larger value. Here is an example. VI. Here, the symbol of smaller value is here I. It is the smaller value is written to the right of a symbol of greater value. The smaller value is added. The smaller value we added, that is V plus I. The value of V we know, that is 5, and I we know 1. Then answer 6. Children, listen one thing. When a symbol of smaller value is written to the right of a greater value, then the smaller value is added to the larger value. Children, next rule. When a symbol of smaller value is written on the left of a symbol of greater value, symbol of greater value, the smaller value is subtracted. The smaller value is subtracted. The smaller value is subtracted from the larger value. From where? From the larger value. From the larger value. Children, I repeat, when a symbol of smaller value is written to the left of a symbol, left side of a symbol of greater value, the smaller value is subtracted from the larger value. Here is an example, IV. Here, left side symbol is smaller. When a symbol of smaller value is written on the left of a symbol of larger value. Here V is the larger value and I is the smaller value. The smaller value is written on the left side of the larger value. So we subtracted I from V. That is, we know the value of I is 1 and V is 5. Then we subtract V minus I. That is 5 minus 1. That is 4. So IV equal 4. Here we subtracted 1 from 5.